Hello everyone and welcome to another Digimon model kit review and look over video. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Figurized Standard Amplified Dukemon, which is from Digimon Tamers, also known as Galantmon. I believe that's the English dub name, but for some reason I always think that Dukemon is the English dub name and Galantmon's the Japanese name, but it's actually the other way around. But in any case, this is this month's build of the model kit. And so far, it looks pretty good, and it does come with different hands you can put on instead of the blade arm and the shield arm, because the little arms just pop off. And when you look at it, when it's posed on the shelf, it actually looks pretty good. The wings are a nice different material. These are actually come out as little slips of paper almost, but they're little thin bits of plastic. And while it's a little bit fiddly to get those on, it looks really good and much better than just a standard thick plastic one like we have on the Omegamon model kit. So that looks pretty good. And of course we have more of these translucent plastic sort of designs that we saw on various other model kits, but this one really has quite a lot of it on the shield and the legs and the arms, and it looks quite good. However, and this is the fault of the design itself, but I don't like how thin that waist is. I know that the design itself has quite a thin waist, but this looks even thinner. Like, I don't know how his organs are working. It's like when you see those designs about the corsets, which were meant to, like, push in the waist a lot, and it just looks painful to even begin, and it makes him a little bit harder to pose because he's got kind of weird proportions, especially from that waist. So you kind of have to have him leaning forward slightly, and unlike the Metal Garurumon model kit, it doesn't come with a stand for the body. However, it does come with a little stand for the shield, which is pretty cool, but I decided not to build that. You can also change how the sword looks. You can have it coming out completely, or you can have it pushed in a little bit or out a little bit. So that's kind of cool, and I do like the aspect that you can customize it just a little bit by changing the arms or changing the way that the sword looks, and that's pretty cool. Like, that's pretty handy. And I do like how it looks from afar, but in general it doesn't feel as sturdy as the other model kits. For example, if we just move his arm a little bit, these, and I'm not sure, I don't think this is my own fault, but it could be. So I pushed these on quite firmly, but they're just a little bit loose, and it just feels a little bit weird. Like, it doesn't seem right. Like, there's something weird about those leg joints there with the thigh plating, I think it would be. And in general, again, the proportions are really rather strange. Like, again, it's the fault of the design itself, where a lot of the Royal Knights have very thin waists and really surprisingly thin arms, considering their arms tend to be huge weapons. Like, I feel like they would beef up for being able to carry the weight of that arm, but the arms just and I've, as tradition with all the figure videos, I've pulled the arm off. But yeah, so it just seems very thin there. But overall, it looks good from afar, which is, I guess, how you have the model kits. And the details are quite good. Another thing to note is that they give you different choices for the mask pattern. They either give you these 3 little individual, well, more than 3, it's like 5, little bits of stickers to put on the face plastic. But it also has one big sticker that you can put over that. But it doesn't look as good, but it is easy to put together. I just opted for the individual stickers. Something else is, I pulled off his arm, but that's okay. The shield kind of has a bit of, like, detail there that pops out if you flick that switch, and that looks pretty cool. And it's nice that the figure itself has a little bit more features than the other ones, which just kind of stand there, and it has little different options that you can have to display it, which makes it more unique in general. And I pulled off his head. And in general, I find that this one falls apart just a little bit more than the War Greymon or the Metal Garurumon one. The Omegamon one, especially the original one, that one falls apart quite easily. And again, this also feels weirdly loose. Like, I don't like how that doesn't feel very secured onto the feet. And there are a few places that just feel a little bit not as sturdy as the other model kits. But in any case, it looks good from afar, and I guess you don't really play with model kits much, so you don't have to, like, or maybe you do, I don't know. I don't, I just have them on my shelf that look good, but you can play with them if you want. But I would find that it would be very annoying to play with because parts would kind of fall off or be a little bit insecure, and then you'd have to repose it again, which would be kind of annoying because, again, this is one that I would probably recommend getting a stand for because he's just a little bit not sturdy. And even then, you can see how he's kind of shaking right now, which is a little bit annoying. But in any case, that was the build for December 2021. If you'd like to join in for the next build, so that's January 2022, yes, it's 2022 already, we'll be building Imperialdramon. You can either go with the... I think you can actually change it. It's fighter mode or dragon mode. So whatever you want the end product to be, go with it. And if you want to chat with us about the building of the model kits, you can do so on the Discord server, which is linked in the description, and you can come hang out with us there. And I'll be taking ideas for what February is, because even Imperialdramon was like, okay, I guess I do want to build Imperialdramon, because I am on a bit of a 0-2 is great kick after the latest Digimon card game set, which was New Hero. But I was thinking Mugendramon for February, maybe, / Machinedramon. But in any case, yep, Imperialdramon for January. Come hang out, come chat, and let us know if you built this in the comments. And what did you think of this model kit? Am I just terrible? Is that why so much of it feels a little bit not sturdy, not secure? But let me know in the comments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!